Happy Monday, everybody. I apologize. It's taken me a little while to get this video out. Had some technical difficulties this weekend. And yeah, that's the update. So this video is going to really talk a little bit more about how IYCA came into fruition. I will share with you in more detail who our partners are. And let me just start off by saying that we want to apologize the partnership, and I'll get to those partners here in just a second. We kind of went public a couple weeks ago on a video that I did, and the partners and I have been working on this for about 3 months now, and we're connecting every week, twice a week, and we're all super excited about all the prospects that we could provide to the quote-unquote independent yard card professional. And we've all been so excited about it, we haven't really thought all that much about whether or not there was going to be some trepidation. And there isn't, but people want to know who we are and what we are. And so by default, people are getting suspicious. And not everybody is super excited. They're asking questions. Who you are? Why are you doing this? Why would you do this? Is this a money grab? Are you going to be a governing body? Are you going to call the FBI? Do you know who, whatever. You know what I mean? So we have heard you, and we've taken a step back. So let me just start off very briefly by saying, if you're a member of my private Facebook group, even if you're not a member, but if you watched any of my videos on YouTube or any of my live streams, you know that we've had a number of different guests. And it was about, I want to say maybe 6 months ago, maybe even longer than that, I reached out to the folks at Yard Card Supply. They have a big private Facebook group, and when I was doing my videos, still doing them today, look, I want to get the word out about my videos. So I reached out to them. I didn't know who they were. I didn't know what they were all about, and asked them if it would be okay if I posted a video on their private Facebook group. Long and short of it is, we played phone tag. 6 weeks later, I'm talking to Ginger. She's one of the co-owners of Yard Card Supply. And we kind of hit it off. We kind of had like a really nice conversation. She sent me some yard stakes, which I did a review on. And I invited her and Miss Vanessa onto the live stream, and we talked about the industry. So it was about 6 months ago when that happened. And what's transpired since then is about 2 weeks after our live stream, we were connected on the phone, and we were yakking it up a little bit, and she said, Ginger said to me, have you ever thought about an association for the yard card industry? And I was like, no, but that's a pretty good idea. And then the next question was, do you know anybody? And I was like, yeah, I do. So here's what happened. I reached out to David Amar, who is a member of my private Facebook group and who I've been connecting with for about a year now. He owns Lawn Candy Supply. He's a printer, and like everybody else during COVID, he's trying to find ways to generate revenue. Yard cards seemed like a great opportunity to do that. So we connected, and he helped out with Signs of Kindness. He helped print the Signs of Kindness banner. Also, all of my Sign Fairy letters and flair is printed by Eleazar and Mindy Rios. It's a family-owned business. You guys heard of Signway Online. And I reached out to both of them individually and said, hey, I connected with the girls at Yard Card Supply, and what do you think about having a conversation about starting an association or an alliance? I'm calling it an alliance. So we all did. We all got on the phone, did like a Microsoft Teams meeting. We all were like, hey, let's make this happen. We all signed a non-disclosure agreement saying that we weren't going to share any information at all during our conversations with the public, just to protect ourselves. And boom, that's who the partners are. We started IYCA. So to clarify, Yard Card Supply, Ginger and Vanessa, Lawn Candy Supply, David Amar, Signway Online, Eleazar Rios. They're all major competitors in the marketplace today. Okay? They compete for business. We got together along with myself, and we agreed that because everybody else has got a full-time job, right? And Rennick has his yard carding and his YouTube and doesn't, let's all pool together, and I will dedicate my time for the next however many months currently to starting IYCA, which means the first month we wrote a business plan. There's a reason why I asked you guys to answer some surveys. All right, so we started a business plan, and we incorporated in the state of Florida. We wrote articles of organization. We wrote operating agreements. We talked about education. We talked about training. So boom, that's who we are. All right, so that's what this is. And so in the course of realizing that we didn't provide you with enough information, in the videos that I've posted up until this point, I've said to you that we wanted to launch IYCA in April 2nd. And after this scenario, I think what we've realized is that we certainly all have what we think is a very good understanding of what the independent yard card professional needs and wants if they wanted to be a member of our alliance. What we didn't do is reach out to people who are yard card professionals and get their feedback. So last week I reached out to a handful of people, anywhere between 12 and 15 people. And I've spoken to a lot of you, a number of you, and all of you have agreed to be a part of a roundtable conversation to hear about what IYCA is offering to the marketplace on your behalf. Now, we're doing that because we may not know what you want. I mean, just by talking with people, I've learned about a lot of things that we never even thought about, which has been super helpful. But that's what we're doing. So we're going to get confirmation or told that there's certain things that we didn't think about offering, or we don't think that we should offer. And that roundtable discussion is going to happen hopefully this week. Furthermore, IYCA is also going to be creating manufacturing standards for printers. So that means that we, as a collective body, 3 yard card printers, are getting together and we're talking about what we think minimum standards should be. We've reached out to Miss Brooke. Believe it or not, Brooke was happy to talk to me. Anyway, if you're a member of my private Facebook group, you know what that means. She was very gracious. We reached out to Brooke and asked her if she'd be part of the conversation. She said that she would. We reached out to Steve Grubbs. We asked him if he'd be a part of the conversation. The jury's still out on whether or not that's going to happen. I have to reach out to, I reached out to Brian over at Joyful Designs. He would like to be a part of that conversation. And I have a handful of other phone calls that I have to make with regards to vendors. And here's the reason why we want to do that. We also know that there's 3 major competitors working together as a partnership. Some of the worry has been that we're going to corner the market and kick out all our competition and generate more money. That couldn't be the farthest from the truth. We want to be a safeguard for the industry. We don't want to cut out a part of the market. It's just not what we're doing. So we're going to have a conversation with the vendors to confirm whether or not we think the minimum standards that we put together are in line with what they think. And then if they wanted to be IYCA approved vendors, they can sign up and do that. That's another option. So that's what's transpired here. And when I say safeguard, let me tell you what IYCA isn't. Okay? We're not a governing body. Okay? We're not going to be the IYCA police. Okay? We're not going to be calling you on the phone and telling you you did this and that you're wrong and that something's going to happen. All right? And this isn't a land grab or a money profiteering Ponzi scheme. Like, that's just not what this is. If we were going to start an alliance I'm going to speak on your behalf for just a second, would want an alliance that's being started by people who are in the industry. Are you going to join an alliance that is started for yard carters by pipe fitters and electricians and construction workers, or NASCAR drivers, or electrical engineers or Java developers? No, you're not. All right. So we're coming to the table with people who understand the industry. That's why we're starting the alliance. Okay. And our primary focus is to help the independent yard cart professional grow their business, increase their revenue, give back to their community, and also be creative in any capacity that's related to yard signs. That's what we want to do. It's our mission. Okay? So let's be clear on that. Now, I can tell you today that as of Thursday of last week, I'm happy to tell you that State Farm, the company that has 1 out of every 4 auto insurance policies, is going to be a partner of IYCA and provide general liability insurance at a discount for IYCA members. It's like, yeah, it's a big deal. And we're super excited about that. So since you are going out and you're providing joy to people and encouragement, celebrating someone's special day, we, the partners, wanted to put something together for us to safeguard our industry. Now look, the pandemic has caused our industry to skyrocket to the moon like a rocket. And because of that, and because of the low entry point, it doesn't cost a lot of money to start this business. Many of you have done it, and many of you are enjoying it, and many of you are doing it full time, and some of you are doing it part time. Some of you are supporting your family this way. It's a wonderful story. It's an epic story. Now, the other dynamic we need to consider is that because we're growing so fast, someone, IYCA, needs to consider, because it's so easy to start a business, and because right now the United States, in my opinion, is in an interesting dynamic. It's very easy for someone who happens to be a predator towards underage children to start a business and to do something that we hope will never happen. Okay? But we hope will never happen. So part of what we're going to be providing is going to be a certification. Yes, it's going to be an additional fee. The cost of membership to join is going to be $120. And I'll have all the benefits for all of you guys to be able to see very soon. Okay? But there'll be an additional charge to be certified. And in part of the certification, we're going to do a background check. We're going to check to see that you're registered in the state that you're registered in. We're going to check to see that you have an EIN number. We're going to do some due diligence to make sure that you're a legitimate business. You know, we don't want our industry to make national news and somebody asks the question, who is vetting these people? We just don't. And so IYCA will help do that because that's what we want to do. We want to be a safeguard for all of us because I think we all believe that this is a sustainable business model and that even after COVID, people are going to still continue to want to do this. So that's the story. That's the update. And there's more to come. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me directly on my Facebook page or group. You can send me an email to renick@IYCA.com. Or you can post a question and tag me on it, and we'll answer any questions for you. But we're super excited. We're going to offer education and training. We're going to be offering multi-vendor marketplace. So There's a lot of good things happening. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And in the meantime, thanks for being patient, and more to come. Yeah.